But
Okay.
on this particular visit, he had some pretty serious conversations after that with my parents. And he had found out that several of the staff were labor trafficked. I always continue to this day trying to live life like my grandpa. And he just was so inspirational in the way he lived. And he was a very relational servant leader. He pastored most of his life in the Pacific Northwest, but his beginnings were in Wuhan, China, where he was born and raised, and moved to the U.S. when he was 15, got on the back of a cargo ship. And he and his brother, John, made their way here. He built railroad with the CCC and flipped burgers, put himself through high school, college, seminary, and he's just got an amazing life. But when I got to know my grandpa as a little boy, he was smoking cigarettes like a chimney and in the local bowling league and playing cards with his neighbors.
I can visualize this man. Yes. Yes.
He was just everybody's person. He could hang out with anyone. No one was a stranger. And he was genuinely curious about everyone he met. And so he just modeled that with such joy. I just grew up thinking I want to be like my grandpa. He's an amazing guy. And so he's got, I got unlimited stories about him, but I'll tell you one that really has left a mark on my life. And I was 11 years old, and we were pretty new, about a year or so into living in Central Washington State.
Okay.
And he came to guest preach at a local church there. And when he came to visit, of course, we would always go to the local Chinese restaurant. And
Did he say it wasn't as good as when he grew up, though? Did he say it?
It was not nearly as good, but he still enjoyed it. He still would enjoy it wherever he went.
Yes.
And so he disappeared like usual, and we just knew he was back in the kitchen, probably washing dishes, hamming it up with the staff. And soon he comes back out, introducing us to staff. And we have all this free food, and he's best friends with this couple. So this was like a normal experience with Grandpa. But on this particular visit, he had some pretty serious conversations after that with my parents. And he had found out that several of the staff were labor trafficked. They were new immigrants from China.
Right.
And the next day, even as it brought me along as a little boy, we go down in our little town into a back alley, knock on a door of a warehouse, no running water, no electricity, no amenities, dirt floor. And I see the rats running around. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Wow.
And we get to sit down with these people who are serving at this restaurant and can't speak English and do not know any way to navigate their situation.
Wow.
And he challenged us as a family. Well, he might have just volunteered us, but it was going to happen one way or another that this couple ended up moving in with us. And we got to be like family with them and had the most incredible experiences cross-culturally just in our own home. And that was my first maybe shocking example of just the vulnerability of people in every community. It happens everywhere. But what was even more powerful to me about that and what stays with me is just how simple it really was looking back, where he just asked the question. And it seemed like such an ordinary, easy thing that he made it out to be. And looking back, I'm like, well, that's not easy for most people, but really it is an ordinary thing that anyone could do.
Ask a question and bring someone in, right?
That's it.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this leadership lesson, watch the full episode by hitting the thumbnail here and subscribe now to get the latest episodes of Long Blue Leadership delivered directly to your YouTube feed or wherever you get your podcasts.